Living on News 4 WOAI.
Buongiorno from northern Italy, or Venice, or Venezia to be exact. It is our first stop on another great getaway. As you know, San Antonio Living for years has been taking you to some of the most breathtaking vacation spots across the globe. And this year our travels bring us to beautiful Venice and northern Italy. Coming up in this hour, I will take you to some of the most wonderful spots that this area has to offer.
The highlight of the cruise is Venice itself.
Think San Antonio's Riverwalk times a million. Throw in a dash of Rome and the romance of Paris, and you've got Venice.
She's just got a unique quality. This history of Venezia is just so different from anywhere else.
Known as Venezia in Italian, it is one of the most visited cities in the world. Founded 1,500 years ago, Venice was once a hub of the silk and spice trade between the East and West.
It's one of those places that's got a little bit of everything from the history of the city. So literally from the first founding stone, as it were, all the way to modern days, there's something there that exists from some time period.
Now this jewel of a city sits in the middle of a vast lagoon, 350 square miles, and is connected by a causeway to Italy's mainland.
Venezia was not an island, but 118 different islands, plural. And so literally every time you walk over one bridge, you're moving from one island to another island.
Right now we're cruising along the Venetian Lagoon, and one of the perks of being on a vessel the size of the MS Venezia is we can get much closer to land than those big cruise ships because it's just too shallow for them. Venetians see the sea as both a blessing and a curse. While it provides food and a means of transportation, high tides reach into the city at times, forcing people to wade in knee-deep water. Decades of motorboat traffic has eroded the foundation of centuries-old buildings. Venice is sinking, but great efforts have been made to create flood control dams and barriers. It's a work in progress. But on our Uniworld cruise, the weather could not have been more perfect. One of the delights of Venice is the complete absence of traffic. The streets and alleys are not wide enough for cars.
There's two ways to get around Venezia: on foot or by water bus. You can do anything quicker on foot than you can with the water bus. By water you can have three different choices. You've got water bus, water taxi, or a gondola. Now these days a gondola is really just used to have a bit of a ride around the city.
Prices for a gondola start at about $70 per couple. For most people, the price is worth the experience, the ultimate in romantic excursions. In New York City, it's Times Square. In London, it's Trafalgar Square. But the one spot that every tourist must see in Venice is Piazza San Marco, or St. Mark's Square, which isn't a square at all.
Piazza doesn't mean square at all. It's actually a trapezoid, and so, but you can't tell when you're in the square itself.
The Piazza is without a doubt the focal point of Venice and easily one of the most admired squares in the world. Napoleon called it the finest drawing room in all of Europe, but today you have to share that living room with a lot of pigeons. You'll also find plenty of outdoor cafes and the most expensive cup of coffee you've ever seen.
If you can take yourself away from the crowd